Hello everyone, Mystic Meister here, continuing on our adventure in Pokémon Reborn using only Fairy-type Pokémon. Last time, we got our 5th gym badge against the Poison-type leader, Aya, who also happens to be Kane's sister. Now we have enough gym badges to use the HM Strength when we eventually find it. We continue our adventure by leaving the wasteland and running into Kane again. He explains that he couldn't face his family again after running away from being a gym leader, despite knowing that we do need to get the gym badge in order to save our friends from Team Meteor. In a roundabout way, he says that technically, since we beat his sister, if he beats us, then he should qualify for the badge. Kane opens up the fight with Alolan Marowak and we send in Wanda, but we immediately switch out to send in Sora instead, and after 2 air slashes, Marowak goes down. We send Wanda back out to take care of Alolan Muck, and after a couple close combats and Muck missing Gunk Shot, we're able to take him down too. We then send in Dio to take care of Kane's third Pokemon, Nidoking. And when Kane sends in his own Primarina, we send in Root, who puts him to sleep with Spore before using Giga Drain to take down Primarina. Dio then comes out to finish off Kane's final Pokemon, Meowstic. With Kane defeated, he apologizes for his outburst and focuses once again. He goes on ahead of us back to the Veilnet, looking for a way to advance forward. At the gate to the wasteland, we run into Carl again. He begins to explain his side of the story at what happened with Apophyl Academy, how he did not go there on Team Meteor's orders. It was only when they found out where he was that he received orders to assemble the pulse machine. But he also mentioned that he purposely sabotaged the machine so it would fail and Apophyl would be kept safe. With his side of the story explained, he gives us the HM for strength and tells us to please rescue Shelly on his behalf, as after all, it's probably best for him not to show up at the moment. With the HM for strength, we're now able to clear the path and begin our rescue mission for our friends. We meet up with Kane, and together, we storm the building that Team Meteor is hiding in, and begin rescuing our friends, starting with Charlotte. With our help, we're then able to rescue Shelly as well. When it came time to rescue Noelle, we discovered just how deep Team Meteor's plans are. It turns out Team Meteor actually once brought the Reborn City to ruin by destroying the power plants, if it wasn't for Julia opening up a new one when she became a gym leader. After defeating the Knights, Noelle then tells us that Team Meteor has taken the Amethyst Pendant from Anna, so while we go up ahead to save Heather and Anna, Charlotte and Noelle will stay behind to get Noelle out of the cage. Up ahead, we then find Dr. Sigmund and Heather, and we find that Team Meteor has asked him to interrogate her for where their ruby ring is. On the plus side, it turns out that Dr. Sigmund did not have the opportunity to perform any of his treatment on Heather, so she is unharmed. He states that he has no intention of stopping us from rescuing everyone, and with us knowing that Charlotte is downstairs, she'll take care of Heather, so we go up ahead to rescue Anna. At the top floor, we find Sirius and Anna. We learn that the ruby ring and Amethyst pendant used to belong to Team Meteor even before Anna was born, but somehow the Amethyst pendant ended up in the hands of Anna's father, who passed the pendant to his children. Sirius has no intention of returning the pendant or Anna, so we do what we do best and battle him. In this battle, we lead with Dio, Kane sends in Nidoking, and Sirius sends in his Minior and Tyrantrum. Not only are our Pokemon a higher level, we also have the numbers advantage with 11 to 6. Even I thought this battle wouldn't be too difficult, until Sirius's Toucanon used Tailwind. With the Viper still out, we now have a Pokemon that can deal super effective damage to every single one of my team members. To make matters worse, as Toucanon goes down, so does Dio, and Sirius sends in a Chandelure. I try using Nest to use Nuzzle and paralyze Chandelure, but thanks to Tailwind, Nest is outsped and goes down without doing anything. I send Sora out next in order to use Yawn and hopefully survive, but we end up getting poisoned, so despite surviving, we still go down. I didn't know what Kane would send, but fortunately it was his Meowstic. So now that I know that Survivor is going to be taken down by Meowstic, I can plan and hopefully take down whatever Sirius sends out next in one turn while Chandelure is put to sleep. The last Pokemon is Manectric. I opt for a close combat to do as much damage as possible, but Kane uses Light Screen, which is helpful but not what I wanted. The next turn we go for another close combat and Meowstic is taken down with Snow. Fortunately, Chandelure is still asleep, so now it's a 2v1 and Kane redeems himself by having his Muk use Knockoff, taking down Chandelure and winning us the fight. Despite all this, Sirius is still not done. He takes Anna hostage. Kane quickly realizes that he can bargain for her safety using the emerald brooch he stole from Team Meteor before. Kane hands it over and ensures Anna's safety. We then take the chance to make her escape with everyone, and it turns out that Team Meteor doesn't actually have the emerald brooch. After all, it seems that Kane actually had a fake all along. This means that for the 4 pieces of jewelry, the emerald brooch is the only one that we don't know the location of. Together with everyone, as we make our escape, we use one of the abandoned trains in the railway in order to break out and leave the city. Before we do get on the train, we do pick up a corrupted Pokeball, as this is a side quest to get another team member in the future. The train we're using suddenly stops abruptly, and when we step outside, it seems that the tracks are all missing. Heather also takes this opportunity to fly off on her Salamence. Kane goes after her just to make sure that she's okay. Meanwhile, the rest of us go over to Charlotte's house, as it's a good place for us to lay low from Team Meteor. With the new area, also comes with the opportunity to catch some new Pokemon. We encounter a shiny Ribombee and capture it. With this new Pokemon, we then continue on to Charlotte's house. Inside, we reunite with Laura, Charlotte's older sister. We explain the situation to her, and she welcomes us with open arms. She takes Noelle and Anna upstairs in order to take a look at Anna's condition. When she returns, we find out that Anna has come down with an awful fever. We are then tasked to head into the neighbouring town and pick up a herbal extract from the Pokemart. On our way, we also find an Eevee, and we immediately evolve it into a Sylveon. We also take the chance to train him up as well, as we'll be adding them to the team immediately. We arrive at the town, and it seems like everything is disappearing and reappearing in random places, even the Pokemart. So now we need to find where the Pokemart is in order for us to actually buy the medicine for Anna. Fortunately, the Pokemon ended up on top of the gym. When we try to enter, we meet Bennett, the son of the gym leader Sarah, who both come outside to investigate what the loud noise was. Inside the house, Sarah explains that this disappearing act has been happening quite a lot. Sarah offers to battle us in the gym while we wait for the Pokemon to reappear somewhere else. We also learn about someone called Luna, another gym leader who happened to stay with Sarah and Bennett for a while before disappearing again. Someone else ends up coming to the house as well, a man called L. He is someone who worships Arceus and has come looking for his daughter, Luna, who we just talked about. Fortunately, he just missed her, so now he requests Sarah to let him stay for a bit while he looks for clues for where Luna is. She accepts and offers him a place to stay, and also invites him to watch the gym battle between herself and me. While making our way through the gym puzzle, we encounter Bennett and Elle. It turns out that Bennett challenges everyone who wants to battle his mother. This way, he's able to get practice in for when he eventually becomes a gym leader. Unfortunately, Fairy types resist bug type Pokemon, and Sora sweeps through the entire team, making this a very easy fight. After the battle, Elle tells Bennett that he's impressed, and that maybe going for a gym leader is too small of a goal, and says that Bennett should strive to maybe become a member of the Elite Four instead. The two of them take their leave and allow us to continue our gym puzzle and eventually reach Sarah to challenge her for the gym battle. Bennett and Elle also show up to watch from the sidelines. Sarah opens up the fight with Glaceon, Arisa and Dio. We immediately use Moonblast, while Sarah sets up an Aurora Veil. Despite the increased defenses, 2 more Moonblasts are able to take down Glaceon. Except with Ninetales, so we send in Ness as well, hoping to stall out Aurora Veil. Unfortunately, we're not able to heal enough with Parabolic Charge, so Ness eventually goes down, allowing us to send in Wanda next. And after a critical Fire Fang, Ninetales goes down, exactly as Aurora Veil ends. Sarah's guard Pokemon is Sandslash. We try to use Root to put him to sleep with Spore, but we get taken out by a critical hit. Mavis then makes her debut and uses Yawn, just as Sandslash uses Sword Stance. Mavis then immediately goes down to her Iron Head, but at least now Sandslash is put to sleep, allowing Wanda to come back in and use Fire Fang to take him down. Jinx then goes down to 2 Moonblasts from Dio, now making the battle a 2v3. But with 2 of our Pokemon injured, we send in Sora, hoping to outspeed Frostlass and get lucky with Air Slash flinches, but it turns out we're not fast enough. However, our Quick Claw procs, allowing us to actually get the kill with 1 more Air Slash. Sarah's final Pokemon is Lapras, and we have Wanda use Close Combat to deal some chip damage before sending in Dio to finish him off. And now we have 1 more gym badge to our collection. With the new badge, our level cap increases, and we also get a TM for Aurora Veil. Not to mention, it seems like the Pokemon has moved again, so now we can go look for it. Outside, Elle and Bennett are having a conversation. It seems like Elle has realized that Bennett actually knows where Luna had gone to. So, using their condition of joining the Elite Four, Elle gets this information from Bennett. And we also discover that Luna has the Emerald Brooch that Team Meteor has been looking for. The 2 of them then take their leave, most likely in search of Luna. Back with Sarah, she asks us to look after Bennett if we meet up with him again, and hopes that Elle doesn't actually drag him into anything troublesome, as Bennett doesn't make always the best choices. And with that, it's time to end the episode here. Next time, we'll be carrying the medicine to Anna and continuing our journey, and hopefully get our next gym badge as well. If you enjoyed the episode, please be sure to like, comment and subscribe for more.